Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Geminis, whose correlating major arcana card is the Lovers. This is the artist card representing you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So, Gemini, this is a new spread. We are beginning 2022, and we are still in Capricorn season, and we are about to experience a full moon at the time this reading is coming out. So, this new spread is called Full Moon Gratitude, because what better way to greet 2022 than with gratitude? So, this first row up here, this is in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time. So we will use the archetype cards for that. Then we are going to clarify with the Muse deck, brand new for me, new year, new deck, and I'm loving it. It's a great deck. Then we're going to go with the cards of truth and the Lenormand, just because they work so well. Okay, this second row here, this is how best can I begin to tap this energy. So we're going to use the Creativity Oracle for that. And then the third row with the Soul's Journey, this is what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. And then we will see what else Source would share with us with the Moon timing card and the Star Seeds. So let's get started and check out this first row, which is in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time. All right, let's find out. Ooh, the Prince. Very nice. Light attribute, romantic, charm, potential for power. The shadow attribute, using power for self-grandizement. So basically, this is a leader in the making. You got it all going on. You are fabulous. Yet, you're in the making. So you're not quite there yet. But it is still a beautiful energy to be in at this time because it's light and romantic and charming and has all this potential. Yeah, I mean, you could really do what you need to do here. This is generosity and fairness and compassion and the wisdom, right? That should be in well balance. So it's all beautiful to have all that, but not to the extent that it is going to give you too much of an ego and you're into that self-grandizement. So, okay, or self-grandizing. Let's move on to the Muse card and see what we have here. 7 of Emotions. This card talks about choices or getting there to make a choice. It is all about having this abundance of opportunity. It's fantasizing about how each and every one of them could happen and what that would look like. And it's basically having a whole lot of time to figure it out or to just experience and experiment with your thinking around what all these opportunities are. But ultimately, it is to decide upon one. Okay, stop the fantasizing and start the doing. That's what this card is. Let's see what this card is. Cards of Truth, King of Hearts. Did we not just say that you are a prince in the making? Okay, so here you are, a leader in the making. So all that charm. Yeah, and that would be of the heart, right? Romantic, charming. That is all within the realm of the hearts. So here you are, King of Hearts in the making. Really beautiful. So the thing about the hearts and the kings is that kings get to what they're doing through deconstruction, through destruction, elimination, and it's always for the better of the broader good of the community, but also taking care of yourself too. I like to call this card the grandpa card because he just knows what needs to get done and it gets done. Just no problem making decisions. You just know in a flash what has to happen, and you do it with precision, with kindness, with just this loving kindness of a grandpa, if in the best way possible. I always think of it as the Grandpa Walton card. If you grew up in the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. It's out there on YouTube, but Grandpa Walton just could not do anything wrong. He just always had everybody's best interest at heart and knew what to do, when to do it, and for the best outcome for all involved. Just a really lovely card. Not that it can't be that tough love, because it can be tough love too. But you are a prince in the making, or, well, you are nobility in the making as a prince, and you are on your path to do just this quick decision making. So, yeah, the emotion card is figuring out how you feel about your opportunities in front of you and knowing which one would be the best. It is service to others with this King of Hearts card, and it is all about just knowing what's the best for everybody. Let's see what we get with the Lenormand card, the birch rod. So this is about sweeping out, clearing what's not working, what needs to go, decision-making time. Okay, so cool. This is where you are. This is marvelous energy, such potential for everything on this noble level. Interesting little message here for you. Not little, but having to know where you are at this time and how charming, and you're all up in it. You just have it going on here. Really lovely. But it's time to make a decision on your noble path, and what decision needs to be made. Do you start by elimination? Maybe. Okay, so we know where your energy is coming from. And now let's take a look at how best you could begin to tap into this energy. All right, so with the Creativity Oracle, you got timing. It says, if you are in the creative flow, you feel everything flowing together in divine order. Being in the creative flow. Not all up in your shadow attributes here of self-grandizing, but to look at it from the grander, more noble way of looking at it and doing for others as you would do for yourself. The bigger picture and everything flowing together in divine order. Look at all those beautiful butterflies. He has wings. Just gorgeous. So I'm going to leave this message face down. It's about timing. You are in the creative flow. You feel everything flowing together in divine order, like music. Look at that flute. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this right here, flowing in divine order. And see what the Muse has to say. Three of Voices. Okay, so this is a heartache card. This is sorting through what you need to sort through between your desires and reality. So it's heartbreaking when what you desire doesn't materialize, but it is also very necessary to keep your feet in reality as well. So yeah, apparently this up here is her muse crying with her. She's hanging on to her last ray of light, trying to make sense of her desires and what the reality of the situation is. You know, this really does address the whole prince to king transition that is happening up here. This emotions card with all of the deciding, fantasizing about all of your choices, all of your opportunities. But what do you do to get on this better path to this nobility that's happening over here with the King of Hearts? Very interesting. And I should say that the kings also, they embody the 7, 8s, and 9s. So 7, tower moments, destruction, breaking it down in order to build something up. Got to get rid of it in order to let something else come through. A lot of birch rod action there. The 8s are all of that Rahu energy where you're experimenting, you're exploring, but it's all to understand yourself and making better decisions, what's working for you, what interests you, delving into what might not be comfortable, like kings have to do. And then there's the 9s. You let go of a lot of past baggage, or you just understand it and you use it like a tool to, and in this case, emotionally get through the obstacle course that has been set in your way of getting from a prince to a king. So, understanding your desires. This is all kingly teaching here. Understanding desires and a timing for those desires and the reality, right? The reality of what really is going to be working the best for you in your decision making. So we are talking creativity here. So you have this opportunity to go from the prince that you are at the moment to into this really royal, noble, creative self. Wow. And how to do that? How best to start tapping? Digging deep. Really letting go of a desired outcome and just buckling down and hunkering down and understanding the reality of the situation and pushing on from there. Timing is everything, right? It really is. The timing card here, this guy, it talks about divine order. Sometimes when you take action is as important as the action itself. So timing is everything. Timing to sort through desires and fantasies. Timing that once you realize it's time to act, it is almost as important to know that timing as to how to act. There's a quote that comes along with this timing card, and it is, as a French author, Victor Hugo said, "All the forces in the world are not so powerful as an idea whose time has come." Wow, Gemini, you're taking it to the next level. You just got this bit to sort through, and you are off, creating something so much bigger and better and right. And it's just going to be so fulfilling on an emotional level, going to reach a community. Just beautiful. Well, let's see what the cards of truth would add to this. Two of Clubs in reverse. So this is more about thinking about your emotional way, because it's the Moon card, emotions. It is the reflection of yourself that you are to see, and it is on an intellectual pursuit basis. It also represents the Emperor in the cards of truth. It is air in cards of truth, and it is about understanding and making connections around what needs to come together for you to delve into this power of making that connection. It's connecting with a new idea, and new intellectually and willingly, because twos are willingly, collaborating and getting to that ultimate mind, body, intelligence, spiritual, all of it, that connection wrapped up into one. So it's in reverse. So the way to nudge this forward is to understand the timing. The timing is here. The birch rod is telling you it's time to make a decision on what you've seen as your opportunities. They are all there, and it's time to choose one. To go, choosing one to get you to this kingly position. So you need to weigh that and sort it through, but it's time to make that decision. It's time to let go of what you were hoping, desired. Maybe what you've got isn't exactly what it was you wanted. You were maybe waiting and sitting in that power of that charm and potential, but you can't wait too long. You just really have to make the move. The timing is now. It's all about the timing card and knowing when it's time. The cards are telling you it's time. It's time to let go of the desires, open that door, and let the muse in, your creative diamond, to come in and to help you understand through the process of understanding your desires and the reality of things, right? Because you do need to sort down through all of that in order to get to the right place. Then, like a king, you will be where you need to be. Well, let's look at the Lenormand card here. The mice in reverse. So if it were in the upright position, we'd be talking about other people. But because it's in the reverse position, we're talking about you. Now, mice like to steal. They like to take away. They like to deplete. They like to steal, take away, deplete. And that means stealing your pleasure and me just read this to you. The robber mice take your treasure. Inside the house, they steal with pleasure. Hope's not foregone when this card is near. Once the mice are gone, you regain what is dear. So the house, if you look at that as you, as the house, you are robbing yourself of this nobility, this emotional, creative nobility by stewing in what is still hasn't been sorted through. So the timing is now to sort this through. Be big about it, be adult about it. Know that this is an opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons and to move into this new realm of higher vibration, because the kings are about knowing that this sort of thing is to let go of a lower self in order for a higher self to come in. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the third row and see what would help to acknowledge and release at this time. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Gosh, that just really speaks to these desires that you wanted, that have been unmet, and the reality of the situation, that this is the emotional options that you have in front of you, and that you really do need to embrace this challenge like a king. You know how they say, dress for the success that you want? Well, you are to embody the emotional stability of a king. That is a big ask, but clearly you are ready for it. It's time. It's timing. It's time. All right. So, yeah, the whole acceptance thing is learning what you can change and what you can't change. It's about having incredible opportunity to release that need for control of needing to change something, needing to have your desires met, and just being adult about it and choosing from what your opportunities are now at the moment while you have the opportunity to make a move forward. So there's this thing about realizing that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or a reason to everything in life. And rather than thinking that there are these accidents that happen, right? That they're not really. It's accidents or conditions of the moment where you had your heart set on something that didn't happen, but they are also moments of the divine design. It is like, be careful what you wish for, and then thinking back and being happy that you didn't get it. You know what I mean? We've all had those moments where you so wanted something, and then later on something much more better comes along where you've understood and you've moved down this more noble path, being the higher self of choosing from whatever emotional decisions and choices that you have at the moment, not wasting any time. This is all about timing. This is just so amazing. It's like strike while the iron is hot. Make your noble decisions to get you down this further, bigger, better path, because whatever desire was meant or wanted here, it's not the right thing. It's keeping you from that connection. That desire that you embody is robbing you of this more noble path. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the Muse has here. 10 of materials. So this is a community of abundance. Tens, right? It's happy. It's productive. It's a community that is doing well. They're happy and they have abundance. This is really beautiful. This is what you can create. This is understanding, accepting, putting on the big boy, big girl pants and getting out there and making those more adult decisions. Wow. Very, very cool. And you are there. You have arrived. Wow. That birch rod just really speaks to you knowing exactly what needs to go so that you can get down this path. This was just the last little bit. Interesting. Okay. 4 of diamonds, one of the most stable cards in the deck. This is skills, talents, value, and this can be all about you, people, places, things, and skills and talents, and really concrete reward. The 4s have a very nice life. They are satisfied, they are comfortable, and yeah, knowing that you are on the right path. And yes, it is work for reward, but what isn't? This is something that you can get there in this beautiful stability like a king. Very nice. Oh, and you have the lady card. So this is a lot like the gentleman card. It is hopefully me giving you the message of what this source would like to share, your muse, in your way of understanding whatever this desire that wasn't met is. You need to sort through that so that you understand it. That would be the kingly thing to do. That's that 8 Rahu, and the 9 K2, and the 7, 8, 9, knowing just what to eliminate, what to destroy, what to deconstruct, what to say bye-bye to, and get in there and deal with the reality of the situation like a king would, without any falsities around it, and know exactly that the divine has it all figured out for you. It's going to bring something really amazing is waiting for you. You just need to decide, making that tweak on that desires versus reality. Very, very nice. Yeah, time to grow up, all the way up and into, oh my gosh, loveliness. Lucky. Very, very sweet. Okay, so let's take a look at what else Source would share with you. The Gibbons moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. Wow, that is beautiful. So the word, I guess you pronounce it Gibbonous moon, means bulging. a bulging full moon, which at the time of this reading is coming out to you, will be happening in just a couple of days. So here you are. The timing is now. So bulging with possibility, and it's coming to a peak. All right, well, and it also talks about there perhaps may be some adjustments that need to happen. And well, let's look at this too. Courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. That is all kingly behavior. Fearless, courage, strength, determination. Beautiful. So yeah, this moon card also talks about being on the right track and having to make adjustments to make sure that you are on the right track, because there is this thing with this gibbonous moon is that it is time to pull the trigger or tip the scales or make the decision. It is time to act. However, if you don't, there is a fuse to the situation. That's what this card says, a fuse, where Source will choose to light it. Okay? So you have to be really embodying that kingliness before you make your decision. So basically, sorting through the desire that has been lost to you, knowing that that's not going to happen, understanding that there's something much better waiting for you, that you will be grateful that this didn't happen. Timing is everything. It's time to let that sorrow, disappointment, craving go and understand that it's going to be for the better, that it's actually holding you back at the moment, robbing you of this beautiful path. So, yeah. And that you're to do it with courage, fearlessly. Rahu, K2, letting it go, getting in there and experiencing and experimenting and knowing what to get rid of. But do understand this bit of your desires not being met, because that is key to this whole thing. And that will allow you to know what best decision to make on this path. Oh my goodness, Gemini, you are right on the verge of coming into this really beautiful, higher realization of yourself. How beautiful. Well, congratulations. I hope this resonates. I hope you understand how to do this, and yeah, have that gratitude. And in this time of the new year and the new full moon coming right up. So thank you for listening, and as always, happy creating.